Hello friends, this is Dharmin Patel. Welcome to the lecture series of Mathematics 2. This is the second lecture of Vector Differential Calculus. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the gradient and directional derivative of scalar valued function. In this lecture, we will discuss about the divergence and curl of vector functions. Here, we will start with the divergence of vector valued function. Let f bar equal to f1 xyz I caret plus f2 xyz j caret plus f3 xyz k caret be a vector valued function, and the divergence of f bar equal to dot product of f bar with del operator. That means we can say that del phi by del x I caret plus del phi by del y j caret plus del by del z k caret dot product with f1 f2 f3. So in the divergence of f bar, we take the dot product of given vector valued function with del operator del by del x I caret plus del by del y j caret plus del by del z k caret. Here, as we know that I dot j dot k dot j equal to 0 and I j dot j and k dot k is 1. So divergence of f bar equal to del f1 by del x plus del f2 by del y plus del f3 by del z. Now, as we know that dot product of any two vector be a scalar quantity, so divergence is also a scalar quantity. Now we will see the one example of divergence. Here find the divergence of f bar, where f bar is equal to x square yz I caret plus y square z j caret plus z cube k caret at a particular point 1, 2 and minus 1. Let us start with the divergence formula. Here divergence of f bar is equal to del dot product with f bar, which is a scalar quantity, and del f1 by del x plus del f2 by del y plus del f3 by del z. This is our gradient of some function of phi. Here f1 is x square yz, f2 is y square z, and f3 is z cube. Now we will find the partial derivative of f1 with respect to x, f2 with respect to y, and f3 with respect to z. So therefore divergence of f bar is equal to del of x square y z with respect to x plus partial derivative of y square z with respect to y plus partial derivative of last component z cube with respect to z. It is very easy concept to find the partial derivative. So 2x y z be a first component partial derivative, 2yz is a second component partial derivative, and 3z square be a partial derivative of third component, which is scalar quantity. Now we will find the divergence at point p1 to minus 1. So divergence of f bar equal to at point p2 into 2 into minus 1 plus 3 into minus 1 square. So finally after simplifying we get minus 5, which is our divergence of given function at a particular point 1 to minus 1. Now we will see the some properties of divergence. Here the first property of divergence is if dot product of del and f bar is greater than 0, that means the divergence of f bar is greater than 0, then f bar is a source field at a particular point. If the divergence of f bar is less than 0, then f bar is sig field at particular given point. If f bar dot del is equal to 0, that means divergence is 0, then f bar is called a solenoidal field at a given point. Now we will discuss about the call of vector valued function. If f bar be a vector valued function with the component f1 xyz, f2 xyz and f3 xyz, where f1, f2 and f3 are scalar valued function, and the call of f bar is cross product of f bar with del operator, so it is denoted as del cross f bar, and it is a vector quantity and it is given by the determinant I, j, k in the first row. In the middle row we have a del operator components del by del x, del by del y and del by del z. In the last row we have a component of f bar which are f1 xyz, f2 xyz and f3 xyz. Here this curl of f bar can be written like this: I, j, k. Second row is del x, del y, del z, and third row is f1, f2, f3 component of f bar. This is the vector quantity of vector field. Now we will see some examples of call of f bar. Here find the call of f bar for f bar equal to x square yz plus I caret plus y square z, j caret plus z cube k caret at a point 1, 1, 1. Now we will see the how to find the call of f bar. Here call of f bar is given by the formula call of f bar equal to del cross f bar, which is a vector quantity. So our answer is in the vector form. In the divergence we have a scalar form answer. So first row is I, j, k in the call of f bar. Second row is del operator del by del x, del by del y and del by del z. And third row is component of f, that means y square, x square yz, y square z second component and z cube third component. So this is our call of f bar. Now we will solve this determinant by known method. So we get I caret into partial derivative of z cube, partial derivative. So we get I caret into partial derivative of z cube with respect to y minus partial derivative of y square z with respect to z minus j caret into partial derivative of z cube with respect to x minus partial derivative of x square y z with respect to z, and last component is plus k caret into partial derivative of y square z with respect to x minus partial derivative of x square yz with respect to y. Now we simplify each partial derivative and we get in the first term we does not have a y, so it is 0. In the second partial derivative, which is del square y with respect to z, which is y square, j caret into first term is 0 because it does not contain x, and second term will be x square y because partial derivative of x square yz is x square y, and in the last component we have a partial derivative of x and y. So first term is 0 because it does not contain the x, and in the second term we have a x square z. Therefore call of f bar at point P 1, 1, 1 is denoted as call of f bar at point P, that is equal to minus I caret plus j caret minus k caret. That is our call of f bar at point 1, 1, 1. Now we will see some properties of call. Our first property is if call of f bar is 0, then it is called. irrotational or conservative field. Conservative or irrotational field, then f bar is a gradient of some function phi, and phi is called scalar potential of vector field f bar. Now we will see some example of scalar potential. Here find the scalar potential of f bar if f bar is irrotational. First we will check the f bar is solenoidal or not. Here curl of f bar is equal to del cross f bar, that is equal to determinant I, j, k in the first row, and now in the middle row we have a del operator, del by del x, del by del y, and del by del z. In the last row we are putting the components of f, f1, f2 and f3. Here f1 is y square, f2 is 2x y, f3 is minus z square. After putting value of f1, f2, f3 in the determinant, we get the curl of f bar equal to this, and I into partial derivative of del minus z square upon del y minus del 2xy upon del z. So both are 0 because in the first component we doesn't have a y, and in the second component we don't have a z. Now minus j into del z square upon del x minus del y square upon del z. So which is also directly 0 because both the partial derivative are 0. Now in the third component we have a del of 2xy with respect to del x and del of y square with respect to del y. So after simplifying, finally we get, after simplifying, we have a curl of f bar equal to 0 I caret minus 0 j caret plus 2y minus 2y k caret. So finally we have a 0 vector. So f bar is a irrotational field or conservative field. Now we want to find the scalar potential of f bar. So f bar is a gradient of some function phi. So we compare f bar equal to y square I caret plus 2xy j caret plus minus z square k caret equal to gradient of phi, because our function f bar is irrotational. So it is gradient of some function phi. We want to find the function of phi. Therefore y square I caret plus 2xy j caret minus z square k caret equal to del phi by del x I caret plus del phi by del y j caret plus del phi by del z k caret. Now we compare the component wise. So compare the component of I. Therefore we have a del phi by del x equal to y square. That implies, now take the integration both side with respect to x. So we have a integration of del phi by del x with respect to x equal to integration of y square dx. After solving we get y square x plus, as a constant function, k1 yz. Now del phi by del y equal to 2xy. That implies integration del phi by del y with respect to y equal to integration of 2xy dy. After integrating properly, we get y square x plus, as a constant function, constant arbitrary function, x z is k2. This is arbitrary constant function of x and z. And now del phi by del z equal to z square minus z square. So integration of del phi by del z with respect to z equal to integration of minus z square dz. After integrating, we get the minus z cube by 3 plus arbitrary constant function is xy k3. So k3 xy is arbitrary constant function of x and y. Therefore, phi equal to, we are not taking y square x 2 times. So finally, our phi of xyz, which is scalar potential of our given function f bar, is x y square minus z cube by 3 plus c, which is our scalar potential. So in this lecture we studied about divergence, curl and their properties for vector valued function. In the next lecture we will start the vector integral calculus. Thank you very much.